It is August 2000 in Evanston, and I'm making a final driving video during my visit to Missouri to see the total eclipse of the sun. And I got to see the eclipse, but I got pulled over by a fucking pig on the way going through Iowa because for speeding. God, that was fucking bullshit. Well, there's nothing like major shit happening no matter what. I know it could have been a lot worse. Gotta pay a $100 fucking fine, which is actually lower than what it is in Minnesota. So this is a little bit of what Des Moines looked like. I thought I was going to be going through downtown Des Moines, but didn't really know my way around here. This is going to be the final driving video before I go back home to Murderapolis. I'm moving to St. Paul on September unto Ive, so I won't live in Murderapolis anymore. Now that I got another fucking ticket to my add to the shit list, I gotta worry about getting any more tickets. I gotta worry about getting pulled over when I go in. I don't know if I'm gonna go to Portland, Maine or Portland, Oregon. Still haven't decided. I'm kind of leaning towards Portland, Oregon. Although my mother lives in she lives in New Bedford, Massachusetts. I was thinking about, maybe surprising her, but the problem is she kind of thinks I'm doing good. And that might let her down. Oh, God. I'm coughing up boogers. From a fucking cold I got a week ago when it was really bad thanks to the fucking anxiety. And then my voice is fucked up again. Got that shit in my fucking throat. I expect someone to pull down their pants and jerk off while I cough up boogers. There it is, Murderapolis. Though it ain't quite like... there's gotta be apparently some shit has to happen with every fucking trip I go on. Because I don't want to go into a van trip and problems because of Elliot. I don't know, he can act like an asshole at times. He acted like an asshole a lot of the time. During Atlanta times, in the last Atlanta trip before that, I went to Texas. Got harassed by a pig near where I was staying just by walking through a parking lot of a closed gas station. That was fucking ridiculous. Then I went to the Chicago area in April. I was in Exton. Damaged the radio cord. Had a difficult time finding another one. And got harassed by an authoritarian piece of shit conductor for making videos while riding the Metro Electrotron. I've kind of had a series of bad luck with vacations like that. It really fucking sucks. But I did get to see the eclipse, and it was really touch and go all the way to the last minute. I mean, up to a half hour before, or even less than that before totality. The fucking clouds were going in front of the sun. And I made a video of the eclipse, but it looked... what I actually saw, it looked like a black circle covering up the sun. With the camera, it looks like a full moon. You could barely see the black circle. So after the... I was hoping for a new beginning, not more fucking shit happening. I had to wait 8 fucking years after the eclipse on February 6 until Lebanon. And what kind of horrible fucking shit is going to happen up until the 2 hours in the Edmonton eclipse? And the answer is just fucking loaded, plenty. Broken ankle, moving to Florida. Realizing that most people are fucking assholes. That's going to be pretty traumatic. Had 2 cats die, had 8 cats die on me, and 1 cat was taken away from some fucking cunt. It was a fucking deceptive piece of fucking shit bitch who had to turn out to have a fucking attitude. Oh god, all kinds of shit happened. All kind of good things happened. Every Onyx onto Lebanon and well, they didn't have internet back in Lebanon. Disco demolition happened after the, what was it, 4 months after the eclipse in February, a little bit. 4.5 months after the eclipse in February onto Lebanon. And after the eclipse in Lebanon, things didn't change overnight. Somehow there was a total lunar eclipse of the moon in on my birthday, and it turned out to be the worst fucking day of my life. Yeah, with that, everything changed overnight. With that eclipse, everything changed overnight. And for the worse. That I was still in high school during that eclipse. And one person who I thought was my friend, I saw him on my birthday, and oh god, he was popular. And I discovered that popular kids are a bunch of fucking conformist pieces of fucking filth. And on the last day of the school year, and I Lebanon, he wanted me to do him a favor. And what's a favor? Well, cutting my fingernails. I was like, why the fuck should I cut? Why the fuck is cutting my fingers doing him a favor? And then later that day, like it's any of his fucking business, while we're really an embarrassment for his conformist, popular piece of fucking phony fucking friends. And then he called me and we were gonna see a movie, and then he never bothered to fucking call me back. And I talked to him once that god awful fucking summer. Then I see him on my birthday, not to Lebanon, and fucking conformist piece of fucking filth doesn't even say hi to me. So, and it went downhill from there as well. So, gee, all kinds of shit happened. That shit just doesn't seem to stop happening. And I didn't take my cat with on this trip because the weather's too fucking hot out. Cold front came through today. It was kind of fucking hot. I don't have to auto degrees, but the dew point had dropped down to 1. God, I don't even know if I'm on her to hype yet. I'm on my way back to Murderapolis. Probably won't get home under 2 o'clock in the morning and start work out of the morning. And then there's a person on the autism spectrum who is turning out to be a fucking asshole. Now let's admit that all people on the spectrum are cool. Because a lot of them ain't, unfortunately. Yeah, they think they're entitled to push you around because of their sensory issues. eclipse, that was the biggest day since Y2K. But even bigger than Y2K. Because the eclipse prior to that goes all the way back down to Lebanon. Now it's officially onto the next eclipse, and the next one is going to be sometime, I don't remember the fucking date. Sometime in October. I think it'll be in Carbon, Illinois. It ain't gonna go through Missouri like it did. It's gonna go, I think, down through like Louisiana, I think, and up through Carbon, Illinois, and up the East Coast. At least that's what I think, but I can't fucking remember for sure right now. Oh God, it's an 11-minute video. God, am I even on Earth Hive? Because I'm going to have to stop the video and... I don't think I'm going to do a part two of this video. So coming in Iowa on my way back and I get fucking pulled over. I was on a two-lane highway and the speed limit was a dive. I thought that it was faster than that. It is in most states. Now we gotta deal with that fucking bullshit. And then I gotta prepare to move to St. Paul, hopefully a bigger and better place. And I gotta worry about apartment inspections now and all that bullshit. Which I didn't have to worry about that so much living at this place. Except things are falling apart. The refrigerator don't work right. The air conditioner doesn't work right. The toilet seat broke. Or one side of it broke off. The other side breaks off. I don't know how the fuck I can fix that. Can't stand someone coming in to fix something. Shit, I don't know if I'm on Arrive. I gotta stop the video in almost 2 minutes. It'll be the final driving video during this trip. Like I say, the biggest trip I ever went on is coming up in October. Set back another $100 for that fucking pig who pulled me over. Gee, that fucking sucks. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a part two of this video. Yeah, I'm on Earth Hive, I'm not on Auto. I thought I was on Auto, but shit. Speed limit heaven. I don't know what that fucking asshole's doing. Shit. How far to Murderopolis? Well, St. Paul, they got shit at 200 and something you want to heard of. Oh God, that's a long fucking way to go. Well, this is the last driving video of this trip. At least I got to see the eclipse. That was an awesome experience. Very interesting experience. Hopefully I can see at least one more eclipse. On tour, that's my next chance.